One more gangster killed by the police, JDF soldier charged with assault, 3 illegal firearms and 38 rounds of ammunition seized during a targeted operation. Reggae girls win 4 games in a row. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. A Jamaican national with multiple felonies was arrested at the Paso del Norte port of entry at the U.S.-Mexican border on criminal charges related to his alleged illegal re-entry into the United States. According to court documents, 43-year-old Dwight Moulton allegedly presented a Texas identification card to a Customs and Border Protection officer and claimed that he was a U.S. citizen traveling to El Paso after visiting his girlfriend in Mexico. The officer recognized facial discrepancies between Moulton and the photo ID and then escorted him to the Passport Control Secondary Office for further inspection. And while there, he allegedly stated his true identity and then admitted to being a citizen of Jamaica. He now faces a total of about 10 years in prison. The Clarendon police on Tuesday recovered a stolen motor vehicle and arrested a man who had absconded bail in St. Elizabeth. The man was before the court on shooting charges, and the suspect, a construction worker of Mineral Heights in Clarendon, was taken into custody on reasonable suspicion of larceny of a motor vehicle and receiving stolen property. Police said as part of ongoing investigations into a motorcar stealing ring which is operating in the Clarendon Division, a team conducted a raid at Diamond Crescent in Mineral Heights about 3 p.m. and one man was found hiding inside the house. During the search of the property, 3 motor vehicles were found. A subsequent check also revealed that a blue 2012 Toyota Wish, which had no license plates affixed, had been reported stolen in St. Elizabeth, and the man was taken into police custody. A Jamaica Defense Force soldier was charged on Wednesday after his girlfriend was beaten and assaulted with a firearm at her workplace. Lascelles Archibald Burke, a 42-year-old staff sergeant from Waterford in St. Catherine, was charged following a ruling from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Police reported that the incident occurred about 6:50 p.m. on Sunday, February 16 of this year, at a girlfriend's place of employment on Russell Road in Kingston. Information received and investigations carried out that the woman was at her workplace when Burke visited her and an argument developed. And during the argument, the police reported that the girlfriend was hit and kicked several times all over her body, causing pain, bruises, and swelling. She was then pushed against a wall and a firearm was forced into her mouth and throat, causing pain, bruises, and swelling. And after the altercation, Burke left the business place. The soldier was then interviewed in the presence of his attorney, and a file was prepared and submitted to the office of the DPP, who ruled that he should be charged. Meanwhile, 6 persons, including a woman, were arrested on Wednesday morning in a pre-dawn targeted operation in Warminster Lane in St. Elizabeth. 3 illegal firearms and 38 rounds of ammunition were seized during that targeted operation. Superintendent Coolidge Minto, commanding officer for the St. Elizabeth Police Division, said the weapons were found during a search of several properties. Superintendent Minto said those arrested surrendered peacefully to the police, and he urged the public to continue to support the police in their efforts to go after gangs and people with illegal weapons. A man said to be a high-ranking member of the Spanish Town-based Klansman gang was fatally shot on Wednesday morning during an alleged confrontation with the police near Christiana in Manchester. He has been identified as 55-year-old Richard Evans, otherwise called Richie, a bodyman of Mollison District near Christiana. Police said a firearm was seized from him, and according to police, about 5:15 a.m., a team carried out an intelligence-led operation at the home of Mr. Evans, where he confronted them. Meanwhile, residents of Mollison disclosed that Mr. Evans had been taken in for questioning by the police on a number of occasions, but he was not known to be associated with any criminal activity. Residents said he had lived in the community for 13 years and was not known to be a gangster, and he is the 55th person killed by the police this year and the 5th in the past 4 days. A 30-year-old woman has pleaded guilty to the 2017 murder of a Canadian pensioner. Sadine Green of Edgewater in Portmore, St. Catherine, admitted to killing 82-year-old Fitz Albert Barnes when she appeared in the St. Catherine Circuit Court on Tuesday. and reported that Barnes' body was found wrapped in a tarpaulin at his home on Young Street in Spanish Town in St. Catherine in May of that year. And following investigations by the Spanish Town Criminal Investigations Branch, the CIB, Green was apprehended in 2018. A postmortem revealed that Mr. Barnes died from several stab wounds and blunt force trauma to the head, and Green will appear for sentencing on April 4th of this year. On to sports, the Lionel Messi-led Inter Miami FC are headed to Jamaica to play Cavaliers in the round of 16 in the CONCACAF Champions Cup after beating fellow Major League Soccer team Sporting Kansas City 4-1 on aggregate in their first round tie that ended on Tuesday. Inter Miami won 3-1 at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale on Tuesday after they had won the first leg 1-0 played in Kansas City a week earlier. Cavalier SC will play their first leg in Florida on March 6 before returning home to host the MLS team at Sabina Park on March 13. And the National Stadium will not be available due to repairs being carried out on the all-weather running track. Meanwhile, the Reggae Girls win 4 games in a row. Naya Cardoza and Rihanna Blades scored their maiden international goals as Jamaica Reggae Girls held off Peru 3-2 in their second friendly international, which was played at the Estadio Miguel Grau in Lima on Wednesday. And the team seemed to be much stronger than before as Jamaica made 6 changes to the team that won 2-0 in the first game played on Sunday, completing a sweep of the series and pushing their win streak to 4 consecutive games. Cardoza, who was honorable mention All-Ivy for the second time in her career while at Brown University, headed Jamaica into the lead in the 6th minute when she redirected a cross from Siobhan Wilson. Blades, who plays for National League Northside Burnley in England, doubled the advantage in the 19th minute, firing from the left flank into the far corner. And it was 3-0 in the 22nd minute when Tiffany Cohen picked up a ball that was spilled by the Peruvian goalkeeper, then rolled it into the goal for her 8th in the black, green and gold, and the first since 2022 when she scored in a home game against the Dominican Republic. Peru, not to be outdone, however, hit back in the 35th and the 44th minute, but Jamaica held on to win 3-2. And if you missed the news on this station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, hit the notification bell so when we upload, you'll be first to be notified. And that's news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.